Hello everyone, today I'm going to be ranking every Skylander from Spyro's adventure in a tier list, from S being my favourite to D being less of my favourite. Tell me in the comments where you would rank each Skylander, and if you disagree with any of my opinions then tell me why I'm wrong. If you enjoyed the video then please consider subscribing and liking the video, as it helps the channel out a lot and we've only just started. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm putting Bash in A tier. I really do like his moveset and I think his design is quite cool as well. It feels like a tanky character and he can take and deal a lot of damage. I'd say Bash is an all-around good character, although he might be lacking in the speed department. His damage does make up for that. I'm going to be putting Boomer in the A tier as well. I think Boomer's like an all-around good character. He's got a good backstory as well with him. His moveset's also really good, although his design isn't anything too special, with it being one of the main enemies you fight. There's something about his design that's just really quite good. Overall, Boomer's quite a good character, I'd say. So when I first played Skylanders back in 2011, I never really liked Camo. I thought he was too weak compared to like my other Skylanders. I was quite wrong about that. Now, Camo is one of my favourite Skylanders. I think his design is really good. I mean, he's a dragon made out of leaves. Like, what's to dislike about that? He's really powerful once you upgrade him. Overall, I think he's just a really good character, and that's why I'm going to put him into S tier. Chop Chop is probably my second favourite Skylander. Along with Camo, I've never really used him when I first played Skylanders because I never used to like the sword characters. His design is really cool and his attacks are like really strong. Overall, I think Chop Chop is one of the best characters in the game. Oh, and his legendary variant looks even better than the normal one. Firstly, I just want to say I haven't used Cinder much, so my opinions might not be very reliable on her. I've never really liked using Cinder, although I can see the appeal of her. Her design is pretty good, but her moves just feel slow and sluggish to me for some reason. Her area of attack damage can be really useful when there's a lot of enemies nearby, but I feel as though her attacks just aren't strong enough against single enemies. Sorry to all the Cinder fans out there. Dino-Rang has one of the coolest designs in the game, I think. He's a dinosaur with boomerangs. I mean, like, what's not to love? However, I just don't like his playstyle, to be honest. I can see the appeal of him and I know that a lot of people really do like him. I haven't played much of him, but maybe my opinion will change once I use him a bit more. So he's going to be going into C tier. Ah yes, Double Trouble. He's my absolute favourite Skylander. Now, before you rage in the comments, hear me out. Double Trouble is mine and my childhood best friend's favourite character. I mean, I just loved his design, like the cool mask and his like voice line of just... His laser staff thing dealt heavy damage and locked onto targets, which is pretty useful and strong, especially when you're a child and you don't really know what to do. And the spawn and mini versions of himself was just absolutely hilarious to me as a child. Like, I've got no idea why, I just found it so funny. So that's why Double Trouble is going to be going into S tier. Drill Sergeant was one of the first characters I bought from Skylanders. I loved his design and I thought his name was pretty clever. Although I do think he is quite a weak Skylander. He can get around quickly with one of his abilities, and his design does save him from being D tier, I'm going to be honest. Overall, not the greatest character, his design's really good. Like more or less every Skylander in the S tier, I never really used and liked Drobot as a kid. I thought it was too boring and a bit too difficult to play, and like the other ones, I was wrong. The idea of like a dragon robot is so cool, his attacks are so strong, and I think he is probably in my top 3 Skylanders. Overall, one of the best characters in the game, I'd say. Eruptor is probably one of the most iconic Skylanders out of the entire franchise. He's had countless reposes and remakes. He's almost like the poster boy for Skylanders as well, apart from Spyro. The only problem that I have with him is that he does feel quite slow. His design is good, being a literal walking blob of lava. He does deal a lot of damage, and he can take a lot of damage, similar to Bash. Overall, he's a pretty decent character, I'd say. Flameslinger is probably my favourite fire element in Skylanders. I like his quick playstyle and his strong attacks. His design is cool with a blindfold to show off how good he is with a bow. Overall, he's a pretty solid character. He can also get around quick, which is always nice. First of all, Ghost Roaster has one of the coolest designs in the game, with him having a flailed tail. Oh, that rhymed. Anyways, his attacks are good too, and the expansion level he comes with is great as well. Overall, a pretty solid character and probably one of the best in his element. I feel like this is going to be another controversial take. I don't really like Gill Grunt's attack style. I think his design is really good though. Like, just compare some of the other water elements, I feel as though he isn't as strong. However, I can see the reasons why many people like him, since he did come in the starter pack after all, and he is probably one of the most iconic characters out of the entire franchise as well. The main reason why Hex is in D tier is because of a goddamn arm. Everyone I've spoken to has had Hex's arms just snap off. It's so annoying. Her attacks are pretty alright. I think her design is cool too. I mean, you know, it'd be even better if my character had arms, but that's beside the point. Overall, a pretty alright character minus the arms. I've never actually played Ignitor, but from videos I've seen, his attacks look really strong and his design is really cool as well, being a literal suit of armor on fire. I think that's pretty awesome. Overall, I think he would be a fun character to own, and I've got to buy one soon. Okay, first of all, you are playing as a literal god. You can't deny that's pretty cool. Although his moveset isn't that good, I think his design really does save that. Overall, a decent character, maybe below average in the skills department. Prison Break is quite an interesting character. First of all, his design is badass. He's a literal living rock that shoots lasers. It takes quite a lot of skill to play as well, and is quite a complex character to learn. He can be one of the strongest characters if you play him correctly too. Slam Bam has to be one of the most fun characters that you can play. Although you can just button mash to punch things to death, his abilities are pretty cool and he is a very strong character. The expansion pack he comes with is really fun too, and overall I think he is one of the strongest characters in the game with a cool design, and he probably is my favourite water element. I think Sonic Boom is a decent character. Her moves are fine and her design is pretty mediocre too. I like Sonic Boom, and I'd say if I had to rate each Skylander numbered, she would be like slap bam in the middle out of everyone. Overall, a pretty good character, I'd say. Ah yes, the poster boy for this game. Spyro has a great moveset and can deal a lot of damage when fully upgraded. I mean, if it weren't for him, the game may never have taken off and we might not have even gotten the fantastic sequels. He was seen as quite controversial when the game first released due to him being used as a marketing strategy. All that aside, I do think he's a great character to play and he is one of the starters, so he is very iconic for the game franchise. Another one of my favourite characters. She's extremely agile and powerful. Her moveset deals heavy damage in short time spans. Plus her design is quite cool with the stealthy style, obviously, with her name. Her agility allows you to get through levels in record pace and is quite popular for speedrunning in the game. Overall a fantastic character, and it's probably objectively the strongest in the game as well. Stump Smash is one of the best designs in the game, I would say. He reminds me of the Ents from Lord of the Rings. To be fair, that's probably why I like him so much. His moveset is pretty good too, although I haven't really played with him much. Overall, a pretty solid character and a good one at that. Sunburn has one of the best expansion levels out of the 4, and the character is really quite good. A cool design and a great moveset, I'd say. Plus, I mean, they can teleport, which is pretty cool as well. Although I've never played Terrafin, the videos I've seen on him make him look like a really powerful character, and his design is really good as well. He's a literal rock shark, that's pretty cool. The expansion level he comes with is really good as well. Overall, a pretty decent character. Another starter Skylander. He has a good moveset and his design is pretty cool, especially his legendary variant with that navy blue and gold. A solid character in Skylanders. Voodoo is a pretty strong character, but I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was really creepy when I was younger, so I never used to play him. He would be a higher tier, but the childhood trauma of just seeing him probably ruined him for me, sadly. Right, so in my script for Warnado, I have Tornado Spiky Turtle, Hurt Enemy, Good Character, Buy Now. I don't know what that means, but I'm just gonna go with it because it's pretty funny. I've never played with Whamshell, but he has a pretty cool design, I'd say. From what I've heard, he's not that strong though. Alright, let me explain. Wrecking Ball is the first Skylander I ever got, so he holds like a special place in my heart. Although he might not be the strongest character, I think his design is absolutely adorable. It's like a fat caterpillar, a fatterpillar if you will. Even if you don't like how he plays, you can't deny that he's pretty adorable. So that's why he's going in here. Honestly, I quite like Zap. I like his moveset and he's overall a pretty solid character, I'd say. His design is a bit scary though, but I do like him. Alright, the final Skylander on this list. Zook is a really solid character, but when I forgot the name of him, my friend called him Bam Shoot, which we both still find like absolutely hilarious to this day. A solid character too, with pretty good moves and a pretty good design as well. So then, that's it. Tell me your tier list in the comments. Also, if you disagree with any of my opinions, then please tell me why I'm wrong. I'm happy to hear why you think I'm wrong as well. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video, as this channel is brand new. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.